Hey, what's going on YouTube? I've been mulling this over for a while and it's been kind of gnawing at me, which is the reason why I'm doing a video. I referenced this earlier in the premium price for some of the coin series that are out there. Namely, I talked about the Perth Lunar Series, especially this year's offering, 2016 Year of the Monkey, about how it was 75% over the spot price of silver. And I found that kind of hard to stomach to pay that much for a 1 ounce offering because, like I said, it was 75% over spot. If you've been paying attention, the offerings from both the Perth Mint and China, their premium prices have remained stubbornly high. And if you've been paying attention to the Chinese Silver Panda, you'll notice that I just checked it on AppMex. Chinese Silver Panda 30 grams is going for $36. The 1 ounce Year of the Monkey is going for $24.85 with a spot price, I just checked it, of $15.35. As you can see, the Perth is staying stubbornly high at 75%. And I haven't done the math on the Chinese Silver Panda, but it's well above 100% over the spot price of silver. And so this gave me some heartburn a little bit. And I started looking at market trends, emerging markets, mature markets, stuff like that. Just kind of looking for some indicators. And what it led me to believe is that there's either two things going on, all right? Either the Perth Lunar Series and the Chinese Silver Pandas are in a mature market phase, or, and this second one's a little more gloom and doom, the bullion dealers are actually price gouging, all right? Now, when I looked at the internet, I don't know how well you can see that. Let me focus in a little bit because I think this is important. Here you see a chart, the profit timeline, and the different phases of markets. You have the emerging, growth, mature, and your declining phase. And I believe that we are in the mature phase with these two particular series. Now, what the definition says, I don't want to fly off the handle and be honest with you, I'm not a market expert by any means. However, I can read. So what it said was, in the mature market, innovation no longer occurs and the prices of the product reach an equilibrium point. Okay? And this really kind of stuck with me because, okay, I got it. Your offerings here. I mean, there is innovation from year to year on an annual basis because they are changing the design each year. However, the essential product doesn't change. So I would argue that the innovation is no longer there other than a window dressing type deal. Next was the equilibrium price. Now, as you can see historically from the last years, from the previous couple years, the Perth Lunar Series as an example, okay, the 1 ounce has remained stubbornly high over the past couple years. However, you could pick up the 2 ounce and the ½ ounce at a pretty good price relative to the spot price of silver. And in the end, your potential for premium growth in the secondary market was there. But if you take a look at this year's Year of the Monkey, 75% above spot for the 1 ounce. Now you take a look at the 2 ounce and the ½ ounce. Well, they're not the same deals that they were. They are creeping stubbornly high to what the 1 ounce price is. And I believe the 2 ounce, before they sold out of them at AppMex, was actually in line with the price of the 1 ounce. $48 compared to the $24 for 1 ounce. So, my question, are these two series, the Panda and the Perth Lunar, are they in a mature market now? Are the prices in line with the lack of innovation, and are they priced correctly? I guess that's probably the easiest way to say it. Or is this simply a case of the bullion dealers trying to make a profit? Now I get it. You go into business, your business goal is not to lose money. You want to make money. However, did the bullion dealers overreach? Or is it an indication that these two series are in a mature market phase? Because, yeah, competition, it's oriented around, the price. You're going to build your brand, and through your distribution channels. I got all that. They have a profitable niche here with these two offerings. All right, they're proven. Historically, they will grow over time in the secondary market. But have we reached a point where we will consistently see both the Lunar Series and the Chinese Silver Pandas be at an astronomical price where it's no longer a win if you were to buy a half ounce or a 2 ounce? Like I said, YouTube, I've been mulling over this for a while. I'd really like some feedback because I just can't stomach paying these prices for these two series offerings with them being sold at $24 and $36. Alright, YouTube, thanks for watching. As always, like, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one.